In our next exercise, we're going to be talking about free motion quilting on your 3 series, Bernina. Very important is that you need to have the darning foot, which will work, which is a number 9, or you can have the number 24 foot, 29, or the 26. Any of those 4 feet will allow you to do free motion quilting. Put my foot on. So to do free motion quilting, this would be the top of my quilt, or my quilt top, my batting, and my backing. So you'd have all 3 pieces put together. You want to make sure there's no bumps, lumps, puckers in your fabric. Some of us may pin all 3 layers or use a spray basting. It works just as fine. It works just as well. Now, with free motion, you'll be moving your fabric sideways, forward, backwards, at a diagonal. You're moving the fabric. The machine, or the sewing machine, all it's doing is going up and down. And as you moving that piece of fabric, or these 3 layers, actually makes the length of the stitch. This takes practice. But the best thing to do is to practice a little bit each day. When I started free motioning, I made a bunch of these, just little squares. These are called quilt sandwiches, because in the middle is the batting. And you just want to practice each day, 20 minutes, and by the end of the week, you'll have a really good indication of how good you are, and you'll actually see from day 1 to day 7 how better you've gotten, how much better you have gotten. So, very important, we don't want our feed dogs up. They have to be down. Because I'm going to be moving the fabric whichever way. If my feed dogs are up here, it's going to prevent me from moving the fabric. Okay? So, I tend to always start in the top left-hand corner of my quilt, and what I want to do is I'm going to go 1 stitch. Now I just tugged at my top thread and my bobbin thread has come out. That's exactly what I want. I'm going to hold those 2 together and I'm going to stitch in that spot, make a couple of stitches. Let's stop with our needle down. There. Now I am ready to go. So as I move the fabric, what I need to do is get these threads out. I could actually trim them because I did some small stitches here. I could trim those out so they don't get caught. And we always bring our bobbin thread up and secure it. So now I need what I'm doing right now is typically called a stipple or meander. We're moving the fabric in a line, or in a curve in this case. So by me moving the fabric, I'm actually making the stitch length. That's where the practice comes down to. So you can see on here that some of my stitches may be a little long and some of them are a little shorter. And this is just something that you get better at with practice. Now let's say I'm ready to stop. Stitch in place, 1, 2, 3, needle up, foot up, and what I do is I grab my top thread, I put it through my finger like this, then you want to go down one more stitch, bring up your bobbin thread, and I just pull it up. Now we can see our bobbin thread sticking up. I'm just going to cut close, and there we go. Let's see the bottom. Not too bad. Don't have any eyelashes. Eyelashes are when the top thread comes to the bottom and you have loops. They're called eyelashes. That usually means you're moving it too fast to go around the corner. Now, if you go too slow, you'll have very, very small stitches like right here, very small stitches. Sometimes it's better to have smaller stitches when going around a corner than having bigger ones. Now, these are a bit on the large side here. Your Bernina 335, or the Bernina 3 series, does a beautiful free motion. It would be wonderful for free motion.